Hi, this is Yolanda Vanveen, and in this segment we're going to talk about how to protect your garden from deer. Now, deer are so beautiful and they're so nice to watch, but they can do a lot of damage to your garden. So how do you protect your garden from them? So what I try to do is set barriers or set boundaries for them. So if there's certain flower beds they're getting into, if you sprinkle some cayenne pepper, red hot chili pepper, anything that's really spicy into that area, a lot of times they won't come through that area. That can work. It does wash away as well. You can hang CD discs in the light will scare them away, but my deer are so tame they don't seem to bother. That doesn't scare them in any way. And what I found to be really successful from protecting my garden area is to give them a separate area. So we've left about 3/4 of an acre just wild, and I've got a lot of apple trees and blackberries on that area. And the deer hang out, and they hang out down there. There's water and there's fruit for them. And so they don't seem to mess with the garden because they have an area of their own and all of their needs are being met. And even in my flower beds, I have a lot of tulips, and I've noticed last winter they even dug up some of the tulips with their nose and ate the tulips that were on the side of the beds. But I put a lot of the tulips in the middle of a bunch of daffodils in the center of the beds, and what happens is they don't mess with the tulips if they're in the middle of the daffodils because they smell the daffodils and they don't like the smell at all. And the same thing, I've put my lilies in the center of a bunch of calla lilies, or there's red hot pokers that are just a little bit sharp. And so I put the plants that they like away from the outside areas, in the middle areas, or in the middle of the raised bed areas, so that they won't get to them. And in the end, with my strawberries and my roses, it doesn't matter where I put them, they seem to get to them because they love them. So I've decided I'm potting them up and I'm keeping them in the greenhouse because that's the only way that they don't get to them. I can put wire netting around them, or I can put them in a tomato cage so they can't get to them. But in the end, the deer are very smart and they will find a way. So I've come to the conclusion that if I live in the country and I live with deer, then I just set boundaries for them, and I try to protect my plants and grow plants that they don't like first. And that way we can live together very happily.